Do me a favor, go on YouTube, go on your social media right now, and look at your screen time today so far, or look at your average screen time for the last 7 days or so. If that number in minutes is higher than the number of dollars you made online with your business this week, then you have a problem. And so you are in the right place. So keep watching on this video. I want to explain to you why this happens. Why do you feel the need to watch so many videos and how to actually stop, so that hopefully this is going to be the last video that you'll ever have to watch on YouTube. And so I'll dive right in. The thing that's going on here is basically called procrastinating. It's also called shelf development. It means being busy, not being productive. It means consuming for the sake of consumption, for getting a quick dopamine hit and nothing more. And so this is a form of procrastination. And so we have to tackle the reason why procrastination happens in the first place. There's only 4 reasons. One of them is fear. The other one is lack of clarity. There's 2 more, which I'm going to dive into in a second. So stick through till the end. But fundamentally, what's going on here is this is all going in the background of your mind. It's done out of comfort by your subconscious mind. Your brain's dopaminergic systems are fried. You're looking for quick relief and satisfaction and pleasure, a dopaminergic hit from watching videos, from getting those spikes of positivity and encouragement and optimism and possibility. And essentially, if you don't realize that being on YouTube, watching this kind of content constantly, you are the product. You're essentially being milked for your attention and for your focus, so that you can basically build other people's businesses. And your tolerance for work is gone. The tolerance for work, for being sat down and being productive and actually going through the boring motions, oftentimes boring repetitive motions, to do the things that it takes to build a business, you cannot actually do that, because instead you need highly stimulant activities in order to feel any satisfaction. The other thing is you may be confused, you lack clarity, you lack direction, you lack focus, you don't know what to focus on. And that is also a byproduct of overconsumption of social media. That's what social media wants. Essentially, every video that's being put out there is trying to dig and create a problem for yourself, because if you perceive to have a problem, you're going to want to consume a potential solution, a potential product that can alleviate that problem, right? And so that's what social media wants. Everyone is peddling a model to sell you, and the truth is that they all work to some extent. If you look at it in a non-binary way, in degrees of success, to a certain percentage, they all work, but they don't all work for you. And so because of who you are, because of what you're good at and what battles you can actually choose and the ones that you can actually win. And so you need to learn more about yourself. You need to figure out what you're actually good at, and you need to pick one, because they all can work. You have to make them work. They don't just work, you make them work. Cool. So what should you be focusing on? They're the interest of these companies. Just to put it straight, to put it blunt, the interest of anyone who's producing content online is for you to consume that content, right? They want you to consume that content so that they can sell you something. And to be fair, it's even in their best of interest that you actually pick one, that you're not just staying in this space of consumption without actually diving into one. So if you really struggle with focus, if you really struggle with progress, just pick one. Just pick one and actually go through the motions, execute that plan, execute that program. That's going to teach you so much more about yourself, about what you're good at, what you can stay focused on, where your natural curiosity and interests drive you, than this top-level surface content that's being peddled online, like top 10 ways to make money in 2025. Buckle up. There's going to be a lot of those videos in 2-3 weeks from now, okay? And that's not going to actually move the dial. That's not going to move the needle. It's just going to keep you stuck in that same cycle of watching another video, getting another hint and tingling feeling of joy and satisfaction and fulfillment. But at the end of the day, it's not going to move you forward towards your goals. You need to watch more how-to videos. You need to watch videos with fewer views. Stupidly enough, the videos that are actually valuable, the ones that actually teach you something, they never make it mainstream, because they're hard and they're typically more tutorial based, and they are less common because they're going into niches, into specific specialist problems that some people solved with hard work and time and dedication. And that's exactly the kind of stuff that you should be consuming instead. And so how do you stop it? How do you stop doing it? Step one, don't resist it just with everything else. What you resist persists, replace it instead. The first thing you can do is to actually focus on one thing. Like, it's normal to be interested and curious and driven to consume. It's normal. And you can still continue to consume. I love to consume information. I love to understand the world around me. I love to understand how things work. But when you're going to consume something, consume it specific to the problem that you're trying to solve. If you're trying to solve marketing in your business, watch videos on how to solve marketing. Don't watch 100 of them. Watch one, watch two, and implement it. See what worked, what didn't work. Then go and set out to solve the next one, how to fix your sales, and take very tactical approaches to these videos. How to build a sales script, how to write a high converting ad, and then actually go and implement it. Make sure that the balance between how much you consume and how much you put out there, how much you produce, is always level. One piece of content, one hypothesis that you need to go out there and test. Accept that it's going to be hard. It's going to feel like you're doing it imperfectly. Every step that you're going to try and take without watching a video, without following a little template, it's going to feel extremely frustrating, like you're stabbing in the dark, and you are, and you're still better off than watching videos, because that's still going to get you closer to your goals. We are taught to follow books and manuals in school, in our upbringing, and that's what we end up doing. We think that there is a right way of doing things, but there isn't. Be like Saul Goodman, if you get a reference. Just cowboy some stuff. Just spitball some things. Improvise. Go off the beaten path. Dare to try to experiment and drive satisfaction from it. Change your identity so that you can actually see yourself as someone who brute forces things into existence, who makes them work. So don't feel like you always need to know the way. Just figure out a way, because the truth is that there are multiple ways. And if you go on the internet and you open yourself to researching, you're basically making yourself the prey, so to say. Because everyone's going to try and teach you and convert you to their model. Everyone's going to try and make you feel like they have the right way, and you can't do it until then, which is why videos like do not start an SMMA until you watch this video works so damn well. So do buckle up, brace yourself for the process, because it's going to take work, it's going to take time. Or, go teetotal, lock yourself in and clench your teeth and see how that works for you. See if you can desensitize and detox yourself with 30 days of just locking yourself in with absolutely no way to consume anything. Add extensions to your browser, like distraction-free extensions that essentially block all of your feeds on YouTube, on your social media, everywhere. Delete everything off your phone. It goes without saying. Throw your phone in the bin. Do whatever you got to do, and then get working, get going. Plan your day. Set out actions to keep you busy from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. and then just work. You're going to realize that the moment you sit down, the first 20 minutes, you're already going to feel like you have a million questions and you're going to want to go and find the answers for them. Do not go and seek more answers. Chances are you already have enough information in your brain. You already have critical thinking and common sense. Just go to first principles. Think about if you had a friend who you could ask some of these questions, if you had a genie in a bottle and that genie could come out and answer every single question you had, just exercise that capability and start giving yourself answers to questions in order to stop watching videos and start tapping into the power that your brain already possesses, the abilities that you should trust more, the skills and the capability of believing in yourself, that you already can figure those things out by yourself. Cool. Bear in mind that this is going to be, as with everything else, an upwards spiral. And this is not something that you're going to want to tackle in isolation. If you struggle with focus, if you struggle with motivation, then you're going to want to make sure that all your other bases are covered, that you wake up at regular times, that you train, you go to the gym and work out, that you actually make progress, that you are disciplined enough to show up 4, 5, 6 times a week, train to the volume that you require to, progressively overloading, eating enough to sustain that, sleeping enough to sustain that. All of these fundamental basic unit blocks of a healthy lifestyle, might as well start there. I'm not saying that you should. There's so many rich, fat people. You can do that as well. It's up to you. But If you're already not doing it, well, how is that working for you now? I'm just merely suggesting a way that can work, because you're training your brain. You're training your brain to seek progress, to seek routine, to seek discipline. And these things are highly transferable. You do them in something like fitness, that's a quicker feedback loop where you can actually see results if you apply yourself, and then take them into something like business, which is more uncertain, you could say. And you're going to be able to basically pull it off there as well. Obviously, you can reduce the degree of uncertainty and perceived risk by actually following a proven method, by actually joining a program, getting a coach, getting a mentor, getting a community around you of people who have already accomplished that. This is not the point of this video, but just recognize this is an upward spiral. And the next point is that, again, it's an exercise of subtraction more than is an exercise of addition. So what I mean by that, delete your social media. Delete it right now. Go on your phone now and delete Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, YouTube. Delete everything. If you're watching this on your phone and you're watching this on YouTube on your phone, then pause it, delete everything else, keep YouTube, and you know what? Delete YouTube as well. Right now. Stop this video right now, delete it, and get to work. Because if you understand what I'm trying to say to you here right now, if you really understand it, then theoretically and practically, you already have enough from what I've already told you in this video and from what you already possess to actually call it a day right now. Turn off your phone and get to work based on what you already know. But if you've not done it, and if you're still here, then let's move on. And let's finish this video so that you can then go on and actually take all those steps that I'm just telling you now. So for me, I didn't have to, I didn't really struggle with this. I didn't really struggle with deleting any of the social media at all. I'm not on social media at all right now, apart from actually working on it, because I had waited for so long and I had consumed so much information that I was disgusted with myself. I was sick with myself. The amounts of frustration that I was feeling on how much crap I had consumed with so little execution, when I eventually had enough, I just snapped, and that was it. There was no turning back for me. If you get to that point, then that's obviously going to simplify things. You might have to wait. You might have to wait a while, and it's no guarantee that you will. So do yourself a favor. Don't do what I did. Learn from my mistake, and implement these judo moves now, these hacks, so you can save yourself years of frustration and pain and agony and procrastination. So how do you actually do it? Again, the not so sexy bit right now when it comes to business, to making money online, you can start an agency. The easiest model there is. You must know about it, obviously. Whether it's an SMMA, a lead generation agency, a booked appointments agency, an AI agency, which is really all of the above things with AI features in them, organization or operation. It's an agency. It's something where you're solving a problem for some segment of the market. Whether it's local businesses, home improvement, more obscure niches like pest control, or even more not obscure, but the ones that are less sexy and less spoken about, such as debt consolidation or mortgages. Super smoked up. Everyone's been using that. It's simple. Fundamentally, it's simple. You find a bunch of people that have a problem and you go and help them. If, let's say that you didn't have internet, let's say that you didn't have YouTube for one moment, what would you do? How would you actually do it? An example of how you would use your critical thinking and ability to solve shit and to figure it out for yourself is, you think about it this way, from the bare bones, from the fundamentals. You have maybe someone in your family who runs a business, or you have a friend who runs a business. Maybe it's a car detailing company, maybe it's a dentist, a chiropractor, whatever it may be. If you don't have anyone, then just walk in some local business. It doesn't even matter which, restaurant, gym. Walk in that business and go and speak to the business owner and find out what it is that they're struggling with. What are your problems, man? How's your business going? Just say what is the biggest challenge right now in the business, or is not working as well as it should be. That's a typical Cole Gordon line when it comes to selling, by the way. Really cool line, because it opens up possibilities of them saying anything and everything. You're not leading them with loaded questions into anything. So just say, what's the biggest challenge? What's not working as well as it should be or it could be? And they'll speak, man. They'll tell you everything that they're struggling with. They're not getting enough leads. They're not getting enough trials. They're not getting enough clients. Clients leave too quickly. They can't onboard them fast enough. They're not making enough profit off them. They're working too many hours. Their employees are all out of whack. They can't find good people. They can't keep good people. Their payroll, their accounting is a mess. Their software is in shambles. They'll tell you so much stuff that is going to be ridiculous not to be able to find a problem that you can solve for them. And that's when you set out to solve problems based on what you know yourself to be capable of, what you think could seem interesting, what's jumping at you. If you're not a numbers guy, if the accounting bits bore you to death, maybe it's the banners, the graphics, the videos. If you're a creative person, maybe it's the way they sell. Maybe it's the way they show up and train those people, the personal training bit, whatever that may be. Jump at that thing. Let your curiosity drive you towards the one thing that you want to tackle, and start solving that. Start solving that with suggestions and recommendations, and with your best step forward. You put your best foot forward, and start solving that. And then if it works, then they're going to give you referrals. They're going to recommend you to other people, and you're going to solve it for them as well. And then you're going to want to start finding more clients like them and productize that thing that you solved for them. And basically, you're building an entire business by yourself as a freelancer who solves this for them without watching a single other video on YouTube ever. Then after that, you can hire people, you can transform yourself into an agency, you can free yourself from it. Then you can start learning sales, marketing, and then you're going to have your own problems that you're going to discover, that you can't sell, you can't retain clients, that your marketing is ineffective, that you don't know how to do your finance, your accounting, and so on and so forth. And that's how you build. Building is quite literally trying to achieve something and failing, figuring out the piece that needs to be solved, solving it, and moving on. And if you really want to follow into someone else's footpath, to follow a model that's already proven and a roadmap, just model someone else. Model me, for example. I am building my agency to 100K per month right now. I guarantee you, building an agency will teach you everything you need to know about business, about hiring, about firing, about managing people, about building systems, digital skills, shooting content, editing, running ads, the whole lot. And if you want a roadmap instead, if you want a proven model right now, then book a call with us, join a program, and follow this channel systematically, brick by brick, instead of running around like a headless chicken with no direction or clarity. Follow program. Good programs are designed to get you from A to Z in a certain period of time. 8 weeks, 12 weeks, you can accomplish so much in 12 weeks. You can accomplish a ton in 4 weeks. You can build an entire client acquisition funnel in one weekend. I just finished an acquisition funnel in last Sunday. I sat down over the afternoon, made the ads, scripted the ads, edited the ads, the funnel, the landing page, the backend sequences, everything in just one afternoon. And so you can do that as well. Either way, you're gonna have to pay for it. Either way, you either pay with time or you pay with money. It's your call. I hope this has been informative, and until next time, to your success.